Good evening everyone, and welcome back to the continuation of our series where I'm putting all my Pokemon cards in this binder right here. In the last episode, we managed to fill out all the normal type cards that I had, and I have to say it was very relaxing and very fun for me to make that video. So I thought, how about we do Psychic this time? Now, before I actually start putting these cards into the binder, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys all these cards as well. I did leave behind some space in the back for any normal type Pokemon cards I get in the future. I think that should be sufficient. If you enjoy random rambling or just looking at my collection, this is the perfect video. So let me show you all the cards I have first. I think that will be the best thing to do. And then after I'm done showing the cards, let's start putting them in this binder. So these are the more recent ones. The Dusclops, I got it very recently. Screamtail, very recent. Drowsy, there you go. When I was a kid, I was actually very scared of Drowsy. It's just such a creepy Pokemon, especially when it evolves to Hypno. The lore behind Hypno is just very creepy. Meditite, this one is from 2009. A Sigilyph, this is from 2011. This Ralts is from 2007. So this is kind of an older one I used to have. We have a Quilava, which is from 2006. And I have two of these, so there you go. A Claydol, which is from 2009. I have a very beaten up Mursprit. If you notice, it's not in very good condition. Very beaten up. This is from 2008. This actually is in my own card. This was one of my friend's cards, and I got it from them when they were done with Pokemon. Another Sigilyph, another Claydol, so I have a lot of duplicates. Then we have a Gardevoir EX, and actually if you've been watching my previous videos with Pokemon card pack openings, you'll notice I got this Gardevoir very recently. Now, it's needless to say it's a very beautiful card. It's definitely one of my favorites in the Psychic collection that I have. But I would say this definitely does not fall in the best Psychic card I have. I would say this is probably the third best one I have. Then we have a Galarian Corsola. We have an Esper. Now this, I think, is probably the second best Psychic card I have. This is the Japanese Gengar card from the original 151. I made a video very recently where I opened up these card packs, and I got this one and that one, so I was pretty happy with this. Gengar is usually supposed to be kind of a creepy Pokemon, but I don't know, he just looks pretty goofy to me all the time. Even this one, just so goofy. We have a Kirlia, a Zubat. This is one of those rare cards that has beautiful Zubat art, I have to say. And then this, I think, is probably the best Psychic type card I have in my collection. This is a Delta Species Ninetales, and this is from 2006. You can just look at the art, and I'll try to zoom into this one as well when I am editing. But the art on this is absolutely beautiful. There's the full moon in the back. Ninetales just kind of jumping through this. I don't even know what it is in the background, but just seems like an ethereal space. It's such a beautiful card, and I remember when I first got it in 2000 and I think it was 2008, I believe. When I got this card, I always told myself, man, this card is just special. And even though I don't know how Pokemon battling works, the fact that it had 70 HP and only 30 damage, I was like, this is criminal for how cool this card is. The card is so weak. I don't know if it's weak or not. Those who do battles still know better than me. Now we have a Punkaboo. We have a Scorpy. We have a Chingaling. Another Sigilyph. I think this is the fifth one. The fifth one that we've had. Now this is an older Dusclops. This is from 2007. Then there is the Baltoy from 2009. Then there is the Shuppet from 2007. We have a Gothita from 2011. We have a Natu a Tinkatink. I actually didn't even know I had this card. This is probably Generation 9. I really love all the Pokemon names they have in Gen 9. Tinkatink is just so funny. Yamask, Cleffa, Espatra, another Gen 9, another smart name. Now I have another Ninetales, so I have a lot of these. Some are in better conditions than others. This one is, I think, probably the most pristine condition that I have this card in. Then a 2007 Gardevoir card, a Punkaboo, a 2006 Delta Species Typhlosion. I think I would say this is probably my 4th favorite Psychic type card I have in my collection. Another Cleffa, another Yamask, another Cleffa, but this time it's a oh no, my dreaded weakness where I can't tell if it's a holo or what. I think this one is a, you know what, okay, I'm sorry, I don't know, but I would say this one is this one's a holo. That's my guess. This one's a holo for sure. Okay, I'm gonna write down notes from now on and leave them right next to me here, where it describes what a holo is, what a reverse holo is, what a foil card is, and every time I get confused, I'm just gonna look at that and figure out which one is which. Anyways, another Meditite, and why not? You know, why not? We should have that. Sableye from 2007, Unknown from 2007, Trapinch from 2006. Very, very beaten up. This Shuppet has seen better days, but of course, we gotta be fair and make sure we take care of all the cards, so I'm gonna put this in my binder too. We have a Punkaboo, we have a Kirlia, a Duskull from 2007, a Grimer from 2007. There we go. This is the last time you'll see this Ninetales. One more for the road from 2006. Is there something else I want to add about this card? Well, yeah, I guess there is one thing. I actually got a little bit curious before I made this video on how much this card specifically is worth, and I came to know that there's PSA standards on cards. Of course, none of these are PSA graded, but I was surprised to know that this card still goes for 25 or something, even if it's ungraded, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not interested in selling these cards, of course. It's just my personal collection that I'll keep, but it's just interesting to see how much each card is worth. Then there's the Sableye, there is the Meditite, another Meditite, another Trapinch. This one is a oh god, which one is this? Well, alright, I'll say this one is a reverse holo. I'm so sorry. Every time I'm having that issue. Okay, I promise from next video onwards, whenever I'm dealing with Pokemon cards, I'll put a note right next to me here that's gonna tell me which one is which, so that I don't make this mistake again. We have a 2006 Vibrawa, then a Xatu that has seen better days because there's like a big bend right in the middle, and then there's a bend over there too, which is, I don't know why. Another Duskull, another Unknown. Then we have a Nidoking, which is from 2007. Then we have a Giratina. As you can tell, there's a bunch of scratches on this card. When I was a kid, I was a big fan of Giratina. So, you know, I asked one of my friends to give me his Giratina card. And when they gave me that card, they changed the HP from 100 to 400. And they did it with a permanent pen. So, with the permanent ink, I can't get rid of it without actually damaging the card. So, it is what it is. Then a 2007 Banette, a Meditite, a 2009 Gardevoir, very beautiful card. Then a okay, which one is this? So the art. Okay, now I remember. So the art has shine to it, and the sides have it, but the text doesn't. This one, I'm very sure is hollow. Pretty sure it's a hollow. And then I'm not sure which card this is. Looks like a treasure chest. This has to be Gen 9. If I don't know it, it's definitely Gen 9. Then we have Mr. Mime. Then another Drowsy. And these cards are spilling over now, so let me just put them over there. We have a Slowbro. Another Xatu. And this one is a hollow too, technically, because of that. And then we have a Togekiss. Very beautiful. A Claydol. This is a very beautiful Claydol card. And then we have a Ceruledge. So that's pretty much my entire Psychic type collection. I'm gonna take these cards and try to shuffle them in front of the mic. I think it's a pretty relaxing sound. Okay, there we go. So let's think about how we want to put these cards in. So I think what I want to do is put all the duplicates first. So okay, so I didn't want to put you guys through a very long process of me trying to organize all the cards into what made the most sense. So I'm just gonna cut that part, and I'm in this part right now. Pretty much what I've done is where I see there's a pattern or there's duplicates, one too many, I'm just gonna put those cards together. So that's kind of the game plan we have. I'm just gonna put these cards to the side for now. And in my opinion, how I want to proceed with this is I would actually like to start with this one. So we have a Ralts, we have a Gardevoir, a Kirlia. So these Kirlia is going to go here, this one's going to go here. Then I have two Gardevoir and then a Gardevoir EX. I think going by the theme of how I have the Whismur and Loudred and Explode on the very first page, I want to kind of want to replicate that over here. So let's do that. And for those that didn't watch the first part, this is what I'm referring to. How I have this set up, I want to replicate that. So let's do it right now. Right here. There we go. Actually, I'm kind of curious to know from people, which evolution line do you like more? Do you guys like the Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir line, or do you prefer the other one, which is with Glade? I'm very curious to know. There we go. There we go. There goes the Gardevoir, which I think looks very good. Now, what I want to finish this off with is actually these three Ninetales that I have. I think this would be the perfect introduction to what you're getting into with the Psychic type collection I have. Just putting the best cards I have on display right here. There we go, there goes the first Ninetales. Then goes the second one, and there goes the third one. There you go. So I think this looks very nice, and I think we can start making even more connections now. I'm gonna try and not speak as much in this part. I actually prefer if this part is a little bit more quiet than usual. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking of putting in next. So I have 5 of these Metatite. Here we go. As I've mentioned before, the kind of ASMR I usually watch is what I'm doing right now. Just some really mundane random things that someone's doing. That usually is the most relaxing ASMR for me. Which is why I'm doing this at the very last thing I do at night. Because right after this I'm just gonna go to bed. So I am a little bit sleepy actually. Okay, let's take a look. I have 4 more spaces left. I'm thinking of putting these cards in there. So 2 Duskulls and then 2 Dusclops. I think that would go very nicely in this one. I have a lot of duplicates, and the reason I have that is because the age at which I started collecting Pokemon cards as a kid was like around 2005. 2006 to 2011, and the most active I was in 2006, 7, 8, and then I took a break and I came back in 2011 to get some more. So that's why I have a lot of duplicates from that time. Okay, let's move on over. This is what this page looks like. I think this looks very beautiful. Let's move on over to the next one. Now I'm thinking of putting these 3 Clefas in there. There we go. You know, for the longest time I actually thought that Cleffa was part of Generation 1. I actually didn't know that Cleffa came in Generation, was it 3? Was it 4? I can't remember. But needless to say, my point is that it wasn't part of Generation 1. Let me put the hollow one last. There we go. That looks good. Okay, next one. Let's take care of these Siglifs. I have 4 of these here. I should have 1 more, if I remember correctly. I remember counting 5. Let me just make sure really quickly. Okay, no. Okay, I guess not. I was wrong. I really do have just 4. That's fine. Let's put this one in as well. Now imagine if I started collecting Pokemon cards in 1999 and I had 5 of these original Charizard or Blastoise or Venusaur or Mewtwo card. That would have been something, man. One thing I know about myself is I do take care of the things I get, which is kind of funny coming from me because I always, whenever I show my old cards, I always say these are kind of beat up. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I take care of them to a degree where I still have them in some way, shape or form 20 years later, I guess. That's what I mean. Okay, so your mask goes here, and then this one goes right here. There we go. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. Next one, let's do Natu, Xatu, Xatu. And then we have a few Trapinch as well, which I think we can put. We have 3 clay dolls, so how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we can do that, not a problem. So let's start with the Trapinch. There we go. There we go. And then I just remembered, thank goodness I remember, I do have a Vibrava card in here somewhere. Where is the Vibrava? There we go. So I think that would go perfectly with this. And actually the ball toy is gonna go great with the clay dolls. See, I'm making these patterns as I go. Okay, there we go. Let's put the Xatu in here. Then goes the Natu. No, not the Xatu now, and the Natu was before. And then goes the very final one. There we go. Now the real question is, do I want to put these cards in this final 3 one? And I think my answer is no. So let's look for something else to put in here. Okay, let's see. I have another ball toy, which is what I was looking for. Okay, let's put these 2 Quilavas in here. And then let's also put this one here. I think that should be fine. Okay, so then these ones go to the side. One more time. I'm just thinking if I'm putting these cards in, might as well just do a great job with these. And if you're someone who's watching this video and you just said, wait, don't put this card in, you should instead be putting in the Typhlosion here. You are indeed correct. And I completely forgot. I was gonna make a big mistake, but not anymore. So whoever actually just said don't put that card in, I did hear you. That's how I remembered that I should be putting the Typhlosion in here. There we go. There we go. So this is what this looks like. I think it looks pretty good overall. Let me just make sure. Yep, I think it looks great. Awesome. Very nice. Okay, let's move on. You know, is it just me, or does... You know, every time I look at Generation 2 legendary Pokemon, it just always blends in with Generation 1 for me. Like, I don't know why that is the case, but anytime I look at Generation 2, for me it's just like a DLC for Generation 1. And I think part of the reason why I have that issue is because if you play Pokemon Fire Red, you can actually catch a lot of the legendary Pokemon that appear in Generation 2. So if you, after you beat the game, you have a chance to catch a Raikou, and Entei, or a Suicune, depending on which starter you get. And it's just so random, but I always thought because of that reason that these Pokemon were Generation 1. Then you can also go to Seafoam Island, that's where you catch Articuno. There's actually like another place you can go to, and you take a bunch of ladders either up or down, and if you go down you can fight Lugia. If you go up you can fight Ho-Oh. So they were in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green as well. And because of that, I always thought that these Pokemon were just Generation 1. Anyways, I think this is why I do better at roleplay videos, because I just go on a big yapping session if I don't have a defined script. Anyways, I hope the yaps are not too bad. I'm usually a little bit more high energy as well at night, so that's kind of another reason why I do these yaps. There we go. That is beautiful. Fits like a glove. Now let's try and see what else we can put in here. The only thing I have left is actually the Drowsy. So what I'm thinking is maybe we put this Sableye or a Punkaboo or a Shuppet. Okay, which one is which? Let's see. I have 2 Punkaboos, another Shuppet, Zubat, Gengar, okay, another unknown, Banette. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we have 4 slots, so we can just do 2 and 2. So I want to put Sableye in here because I think Sableye just goes well with the Claydol. They're both generation 3. So because of that reason, I'm just going to put a Sableye in here. The other one I'm going to put is the is Shuppet generation 4. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's just put the Shuppet in here then. Okay. There we go. That's the first one. And then there we go. That's the second one. Cool. So we're looking pretty good. Let's do a bunch of 2s, a combination of 2s. So we have 2 Punkaboos, we have 2 Unknowns, and then we have 2 Drowsies. God, as creepy as the Hypno card is, I wish I had a Hypno card on me. Well, I do have some 151 packs that I still have to open. Maybe I can get a Hypno through the 151. There's a pretty good chance I might. You know, the funny thing is I actually, and let me see if I can show you guys that. 1 second. So yeah, as I was saying, I got some more 151. These are not the only ones I have. I'm just showing a few of them. And I got them because I'm really interested in the 151 pack. I never had a chance to collect them as a kid, but I have a lot of attachment to the original 151. So I think the 2 packs that I'm interested in right now are the 151 pack, and then I really like the Prismatic Evolution and how they have the hollows on there. It's like a bunch of different crystal shaped shine to it. But the unfortunate news is that you can't get 151 or Prismatic these days, because I didn't know scalping was a thing even with cards. So I did the next best thing, which is to buy Korean cards. And actually I got them for a pretty great price. If I were to tell you how much I got one pack is 7 cards, right? I think I paid around it's like $1.7 for about 1 pack of this card. So each pack is $1.7, which I think is pretty respectable if you are not into selling these cards. If you're not into battling and you just want to get these cards for your own collection, these packs were super worth it. And just so anyone is curious, I got them off of eBay, so you might be able to find them on eBay as well if you take a look. Anyways, pretty much the whole point I was trying to make was that I hope I can get a Hypno card in the 151 packs that I have. We'll probably open them sometime in the future in another video. Not right now though. I have some other videos I want to make first. There we go. Okay, I think these are all the duplicates I had, so that should be fine. Now it's just a free-for-all, so we can just put in whatever we want. So let's just start with this one. Oh, I have another Punkaboo. Oh, thank goodness I didn't put more cards after that. Okay, so I have 2 Espathros, which I want to also just put in there. And then a Punkaboo card that I'm very glad I found just in time. This Espathro goes here. And then this is the hollow one, because the shine is only on the card. And there we go. There we go. So this is what this looks like. Very nice. I think I made the right decision to do Psychic. Definitely gonna do Dark next time, maybe the Dark type Pokemon. We'll see. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so time to just do whatever. So let's start with, let's do this one. Let's do Nidoking. let's do this one. And let's just do random ones now. I don't really have a particular order in my mind anymore, except for the fact that I want to put Giratina here. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Let's put one more right here. Oh, very good. And let's take this and put this right here. Very good. Very good. Let's make sure we take care of this Gengar too. After all, it is... Okay, I think I'm getting better at this. So I do notice the shine in the interior, no shine on the exterior. My guess is that this is a holo again. I think I'm getting better at this. It still blows my mind how this is like the coolest Zubat art card I've ever seen. It's so beautiful. Let's put Mursprit here now. There we go. You know, there's one generation that I don't play, like Sword and Shield. Not for any particular reason, just never got around to it. And they do all these random things. So now if this card was not in English, I would have definitely said this is Jigglypuff. But no, this is Screamtail. Just like one game I don't play and everything just changes so much. Because otherwise I've played all Pokemon games from Fire Red all the way up to Legends Arceus, and I do plan on playing Legends Zygarde as well. That game looks very fun to play. I don't know why, but with Sword and Shield I'm always like, sorry, not Sword and Shield. Did I say Sword and Shield before as well? I'm sorry. I meant Scarlet and Violet. Every time I tell myself I'm gonna go and play it, I just get lazy and I don't play it, so kind of battling myself here. Anyways, there we go. This is what this looks like. I never realized, but it's so interesting how different psychic cards have different colors. This one is like pink. This one is more purple. See, this one is more on the purple tint. This one is also like pinkish purple. Then there's all these ones that are pink. It's kind of cool to see. I actually didn't know this was a thing. Pretty cool, pretty nice. I like it. And then just two more cards left. So I think Banette goes first. And then Mr. Mime. There we go. Awesome. So that's kinda, I think, the entire collection I have. I don't think I'm missing anything. And let me just go back and showcase. So this is where we started. We started with the Gardevoir, Ralph's Kirlia evolution, moved over to Ninetales, did some Meditites, some Duskull, Dusclops, moved over to Clefas, Siglifs, Yamasks, Trapinch, Vibrava, Natu, Zatu, Quilava. Moving on from there, we went on over to Baltoy, Claydol, Sableye, Shuppet, and then Drowsy, Unknown, Punkaboos, Patra, and then we started doing random cards, and of course I'm not going to pronounce every single card, because that's going to take a lot of time. And that's about it. So I think our collection is coming along pretty nicely. It's starting with the normal types. Let me see if I'm forgetting anything. No, I think that's about it. So I hope that this was relaxing. I know I do a little bit of yapping, but I can't help it. If I don't have a roleplay and I'm not doing a script, I just like to talk, especially when it's about Pokemon. But I hope this time I've gotten better with identifying holos and reverse holos and foil cards. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up. And best case scenario, you're already asleep. If you are asleep, I just want to tell you in your dreams, make sure to like. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you guys again in the next one. Alright, thank you. I hope you're out of stress now. Bye.